Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. As you see, the cards are already open because I started to record and then suddenly I looked at my mic and it seemed to me like it was not connected the right way and I don't want to throw away everything. I was just at the stage where I took the tarot in order to get deeper into all of this, but let's start anew. So, the cards that came out: Ancient History, Bad Advice in Reverse, Right Time, Victim's Mentality, Lack of Accountability, Entitlement in Reverse, Bad Vibes in Reverse, Support, and Social Conditioning. So, what is jumping at me? It is that we are talking here about someone to who you gave some kind of advice in the past, and it was a good advice that you gave them, but they didn't receive it well. They rejected your advice because they were coming from a place of, yes, but you don't understand. And like for example, just an example, somebody has children and you don't, right? And so you are giving them an advice about their child, something that you can see from the outside, or maybe it might even be your job, but it doesn't matter. You gave them an advice and they came from the place, yeah, you don't understand because you don't have children, right? Something like that. Because we have here the victim's mentality and we have the lack of accountability, right? And I kind of feel with the bad advice here in reverse, in the second position, I kind of feel that they truly looked at you like stupid advice, you don't know what you are talking about, all those kind of things, but it really came from a place of them refusing the advice, and because the advice was somehow uncomfortable for them, right? They put it on, you don't understand anything, and it kind of feels now that they are seeing things differently. We also have the entitlement here in the sixth position that is in reverse. So I kind of feel that we might even be talking about someone who has been humbled by life in some kind of way. They might be going through the dark night of the soul. We also have here in the seventh position, which is a position of healing and all those kind of things, the bad vibes in reverse. So I kind of feel that this person might have understood that they were projecting from a place of bad vibes in themselves, in fact, right? And in the eighth position here, the karma, it is the support. The card that is here is support. Kind of feels to me that this person now might want your support because now they understand, in fact, that your advice was a good advice, right? They understand now why they didn't receive the advice the right way. Or it might be that now they want to give you support. It might also mean, we will get into the tarot, we'll get more information. And here, the outcome, we have the social conditioning here. So we might be truly talking about someone who is awakening now in some kind of way, right? They realize that, in fact, a lot of their ideas were not truly theirs. They were inherited ideas, right? And maybe because you are a little bit different, maybe because someone have said something about you, and because they were coming from an insecure place, in fact, right? The victim's mentality, the lack of accountability, the entitlement, all of this screams insecurity, in fact, right? They might now awaken to the fact that their whole way of thinking was totally wrong. Yeah, this is kind of what I feel here. We are talking about someone of your past. I don't know if you already know who we are talking about. We are going to get into the tarot and get a little bit more information. Maybe it will be more focused on who this might be, because this might be many people. I kind of feel, if I'm thinking about myself, I know that I was always coming and trying to give advice and coming from the purest place possible, right? But I kind of feel that many people might have said, yeah, you don't understand and you don't this and you don't that, right? So I kind of feel that even for me, I wouldn't know who we are talking about here. I have somebody coming to my mind, but... And we have here the driving energy, it is the right time. So I kind of feel here that there was some kind of divine timing, something like that. Something needed to happen in their life in order for them to awaken to this reality about themselves that would lead them to understand, in fact, something about you, right? The support here is very, very interesting. Yeah, I kind of truly feel someone going through some kind of awakening, awareness, dark night of the soul, being humbled by life, all those kind of things. Kind of feel that there's their foundation and then their stability. I kind of see the victim's mentality here. It's the fourth position. This is why I'm saying foundation stability. I kind of feel more that we might be talking about someone that was a little bit depressed, and they might have realized or known that they were depressed in some kind of way, but they might not have realized their operating system while being depressed, right? They might not have realized that in fact they were very, very negative about everything, that their belief was structured in some kind of way that makes them maybe be in this stress all the time, depression. Because at the end of the day, people who are judging others very harshly, very often it is part of their inner dialogue also. So they might try to reject it and put it to the side, but at the end of the day, someone who is now, yeah, I'm thinking about narcissist, and then you might not understand what I'm saying, right? But put this to the side, because even there, it is there, but there is a gap. So put it to the side. But if we are talking about people in general, right? Very often, someone who will be soft with themselves, they will be soft with others. Someone who's very critical with others, they might be very critical of themselves. With the narcissist, it's also the case, except that they are very critical of others, and it is related somehow to their image and their lack of... Anyway, it's more complicated. Let's not get into that now, because I don't feel especially that we are talking here... No, we are not talking here about a narcissist. We might be talking about a friend. We might be talking about... The ancient history is here, right? So you kind of feel that we are talking about someone that maybe is not in your daily life anymore. They might still be, but there is something that happened. You kind of feel that the advice that you gave, it was long time ago, right? Okay, so let's see, let's get deeper into that. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender. I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So apply it however it applies to the roles of the people in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. Let's get a little bit more information here about the ancient history. Tell me more about the ancient history. Very interesting. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles here that came out like this. It's very interesting because if you have been here before, you know that for me the Pentacles in reverse, when we are in the court images, We are talking about people who are very much about status, ego, image, money is their god, all those kind of things, right? Here it came like this, right? And I told you that we are here talking about someone who is awakening. So in the past, right, they might have one set of belief that was very much things that are inherited. We have also the social conditioning here, right? So I kind of feel here truly that we have someone who is awakening to their own um, conditioning, to their own way of thinking, how they were judging people from a very specific place. Wait, I'm going to light up. Yeah. Yeah, kind of feel that there is here something that is shifting, and I kind of feel that the reason why I cannot put it, I will put it like this. Can you see the card? Yes, you can. Okay. And I kind of feel that the reason why it is because they realize now, I kind of feel that we might be talking about someone that was aware that they were struggling mentally in some kind of way, but I kind of feel here that there is truly some kind of awakening regarding themselves and how, in fact, they were never in alignment with their true identity, their true soul calling, all those kind of things. Because they were lost in the matrix, right? It was all their energy was going on being very critical about themselves, maybe about the way that they look, maybe being obsessed by money, maybe being obsessed by presenting the right image, all those kind of things. And I kind of feel that there is some kind of awakening, truly, someone awakening to something. Okay, tell me more here, please, about the ancient history. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Here we are talking here about someone who felt superior to you in some kind of way. I will say it differently because I don't know that. They might have made you feel that they were superior to you, right? Very often, I'm saying, I'm coming back on my words because very often people who feel the need to make you feel like that, in fact, they feel inferior to you, right? Because then otherwise they shouldn't, they wouldn't do that, right? They wouldn't feel the need to make you feel that they are above you, right? The world, yeah, somebody who was stuck in a cycle. Yeah, we are talking here about, this is the information that I can give you. Somebody who was all about status, money, appearances, politically correct, you know, trying to maintain some kind. There are things that you do and there are things that you don't, right? But it was all about how it appears from the outside. So you might have felt very misunderstood by this person. They might have judged you in a way that you don't even align with that, right? And they might have been kind of competitive with you. Yeah. And you know, you might have given them an advice related to that. You might have told them, you know, maybe you should release this stress out of you. You know, you might have also complimented them, right? Because I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone who was extremely, extremely critical about themselves. Kind of feel that this is why they might have been in some kind of depressive state. And so they were also very, very critical about you. And it might also be a person where you couldn't tell them that you might have just been your beautiful self, and suddenly they would be very, very angry on you because you said something that was totally sweet and totally coming from a beautiful place, right, in front of people, and because their image was so, so important, you didn't realize that in fact uh, uh, you said something that somehow might hurt their image, because in your eyes it was not hurting their image at all, but suddenly they were angry on you, right? Because you said something when it was something that it might even have been a compliment. You understand what I mean? Like they were very, very self-conscious of their image, right? And so they might have judged you and your behavior and who you are, and even feeling very uncomfortable with you at the end of the day. They might have really loved you on one side because you are authentic and because of your personality and everything, but I kind of feel that they might have also been very, very uncomfortable with you because you were not operating from the same place, right? They were very, very self-conscious, and you might not be, right? Yeah, something like that. Okay, tell me the bad advice in reverse. Yeah, whatever you told them, right? They thought that you didn't understand, and it simply comes because you don't. I don't want to say that you didn't have the same values, because maybe on the big scheme of things, you might have had the same values. I said, we are not talking here about someone narcissistic. We are not talking here about somebody who has no empathy, who doesn't care. They were just stuck in some kind of looking at life from a very, very different perspective than you. And so the advice that you gave them, somehow, with their perspective of life and giving importance to things that for you are not important, it didn't resonate with them. You understand? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. And then the Strength in reverse, right? So it's a little bit like the advice that you gave them might have been a very, very good advice, but at the end of the day, because it might have somehow destroyed this perfect image that they were giving. I will give you an example, okay? Somebody for who it's very, very important for them to appear to be the perfect parent, right? And you see as a friend that they need air, right? That they need to breathe, that they can't even be the best parent because they are so stressed out by being perfect all the time that at the end of the day they are stressed out, and so they are not the best parent that they could be, right? And you could have told them, listen, let's say not even parent, the house always needs to be perfect, right? And that because the house is not always perfect, they are always very, very judgmental on themselves. And at the same time, they are parents, and at the same time, they are working. And you might have said, it's all cool. Don't put so much importance on how the house is looking. It's looking okay. And even if it's not always perfect, who cares, right? Like, don't destroy your own joy for that. And they were like, yeah, you don't understand, right? Because you were coming from a human place, from a place of really important values, right? It's more important for you to be cool and to be there for your kids than for your house to be perfect, right? And especially that you are stressed out all the time because the house is not perfect all the time when you have kids. You understand what I mean? And like they said in their mind, yeah, you don't understand. No, you understand. You understood very well. But it might have hurt you that they were hurting themselves for something like that, right? Something like that. I kind of feel that this is why they might have judged you with your advice, because on one way, I kind of feel that they knew that you were right about what you were saying, but because it was in opposition with something that is very, very important for them, their image and all those kind of things, right? They said, yeah, you know, like I don't even listen to you. While you might be very, very happy and your house might be sometimes okay, sometimes not, and you don't care and it's not important, you understand? And they have like misjudged you. They have like, yeah, this is not an advice, you know? While inside I kind of feel that they knew that you said the right thing, but they couldn't hear it at that time. Right time. Yeah, listen, I kind of think that the things in their life are not going well right now. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There is some kind of blockage. Manifestation not manifesting themselves. Maybe they lost some kind of opportunity. Something like that. The Knight of Cups in reverse. We are talking here about I kind of feel here that we are talking about placing your energy in the very, very wrong place. Because we are talking here about, there is some kind of illusion, delusion, right? Here. And in the example that I gave you, it's kind of an illusion to think even that your house must be perfect when you have children, right? Like, it's delusion. There is here something of come on, like, do you have a cleaner 24/7? Like, what are you talking about even? You understand what I mean? And I kind of feel here that there might even be a total breakage. Like, they have no power anymore. This is kind of what I feel here. With the Knight of Cups, we are talking about some kind of superficiality, because even if we are talking here about a lover, it's not what we are talking about here. It's not what I feel that we are talking about the card itself, because the Knight of Cups in reverse, for me, very often I interpret it like a smooth talker, fuckboy, something like that, right? But here I kind of feel truly that we are talking about someone who is misplacing their feelings, their emotions, all those kind of things, right? Okay. Let me shuffle and we will get into the victim's mentality. But I kind of feel that there is something concrete happening in their life. So there might be a financial loss happening. There might be something happening in their relationship, in their work. Maybe they realize that whatever they are doing, they are never happy at the end of the day. I don't know. There is here something that they don't feel fulfilled anymore. Maybe they understand now also about their relationships, that there is something very opportunistic, fake, maybe. Victim's mentality. Making stupid choices and being totally stuck in their mind. This is spending your time thinking and thinking and overthinking and overthinking. I truly feel here with this victim's mentality that we are talking about someone who was putting a lot of weight on their shoulders, but things that are totally not important, like not important. Who can consider, right? But as I said with the example of the house, why are you carrying this burden so much? Like, look at your reality, observe your reality, be in your reality instead of being in your mind and judging yourself all the time, and being so critical about yourself all the time, right? So they might have also done something very, very foolish because, towards you, for example, because they were blinded, because there is something that they couldn't see. Okay, I want to know a little bit more here about that. Because they were stuck in their own beliefs, right? Tell me please about the Fool in reverse. Oh, they have judged you. They have judged you as a fool. Because they were blind, because they were judging life from a very different lens. I kind of feel here with the Knight of Cups that you might have also said something about a person and that they have judged you for what you said about this person. Let's say a common friend, right? That you decided to take distance of this common friend. So you might not have said anything special, but because we might be talking about a friend, they might have asked you, like, why did you take distance? And you might have said, listen, I realize that this person is a taker or it's an opportunist. I don't want to deal with those kind of people, right? And they might have judged you. What are you talking about? And it's not true. And or even maybe they didn't say anything, but they judge you. And now they realized, in fact, that you were right. I kind of feel that there is some kind of awakening here. Somebody is going through some kind of awakening. Maybe they are going to therapy and suddenly they had aha moment. But this aha moment, suddenly they are opening their eyes about you. There is something about you, something that you have told them, and maybe it was, maybe you have said a lot of things to this person, but because you and this person were not thinking the same way, they were judging you very harshly all the time, right? And at the end, I kind of feel that now they understand that they were in a social conditioning, right? And that maybe you were right. They shouldn't have judged you this way, even if they don't agree with you, because you might have seen that you are not valuing the same things or you are not operating the same, but you might have respected them anyway. But they didn't. They didn't. They judge you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. They took you for a fool. Okay, lack of accountability. The card turned. Came out like this, and anyway I will turn it like this because it's clockwise. Yeah, they have some kind of there is some kind of clarity here, some kind of understanding. There is some kind of understanding here. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Kind of feel here that we are talking about the lack of credit that they were giving you. How judgmental they were about you, how they were not receiving the information that you were giving them. You were giving them valuable information, right? In order to help them. And they rejected it all. And I kind of feel that there is here now, with this page of swords, some kind of clarity, some kind of understanding. I don't need that. Tell me about the entitlement in reverse. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, they understand now. There is now some kind of level of understanding. And I kind of feel now that they understand that they were wrong. That they were wrong. Yeah, they might even understand here. It's very interesting that with the entitlement, what came out, it's in reverse. But it's the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, it's winning at all cost. Winning at all cost. We had here the card, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, right? That they needed to feel superior to you in some kind of way, right? Yeah, they were competing with you. They needed to win at all costs. They don't need it anymore. With this King of Cups, or they realize in fact that you are coming from a place of awareness, self-awareness, wisdom that they don't have, or it might simply mean that they are winning some kind of, I kind of feel here more that now they are understanding many things that you told them, because now they see you, while before they were judging everything that you say, now that they are not judging it anymore, right? They hear what you told them. Now they are looking at you as someone to listen to, right? Someone who has some kind of level of understanding. While before, whatever you said, yeah, you don't understand anything anyway. Like, they might not have said it out loud, but you might have felt it in the energy, that there was like yeah, I'm not even listening to you, right? I'm polite, so I won't tell you that you are talking bullshit, but you are talking bullshit, you know? Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, they are not, they are not, they are not in this energy of fighting against you and prove you wrong, even if they might not have done it in the open. And I'm saying that they might have done it in the, they might not have done it in the open, because we had the energy here of the King of Pentacles in reverse. It might be a masculine, it might be a feminine. We also have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here, right? We have both of them here. But I'm saying this because we are talking about someone who, at the end of the day, they are not saying what they think, right? Because it's all about being politically correct. It's about maintaining some kind of image, right? So even though we might be talking about someone that was your closest friend, your BFF, they wouldn't have been honest with you. They wouldn't have been totally authentic with you, right? Because they were kind of maintaining some kind of the word diplomacy is coming to my mind, but there is some kind of hypocrisy also there, because how can you have a real connection with someone when they are trying to maintain some kind of image with their BFF? Like, come on, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The bad vibes in reverse. Wait, I saw a card that was turned. Did I dream? No, I didn't dream. Two of Pentacles. It's so interesting. I had to look which card was that I turned that I didn't see. Yeah, this person is regaining some kind of I truly feel that they are revisiting, right? They are checking themselves now, right? Like, you know, it's like if you are listening to someone and you think that it's an imbecile, right? That they are stupid. You are not even listening to what they are saying, right? Because in your mind they are an imbecile. I'm not saying that this is the right? But they might have thought that you are crazy or you are weird or you are whatever, right? Those kind of things. And so they were not even listening to you. And now suddenly I kind of feel with the support here that is in the karma that now suddenly they realize the value of what you told them, that they might not even have listened, or even if they have listened because they were in fact in some kind of competition with you, they didn't even hear what you said. Bad vibes in reverse. Listen, they might have make you feel very, very unsupported. Like, because other people were more important to them, right? But it's all because of the image. It's all about the image. So you might have taken distance of this person, at least emotionally you might have taken distance of this person because you felt that they were not respecting you. And maybe if you went through a smear campaign or whatever hard time, you might have realized that it was not somebody that could help you, support you, none of them, right? I feel the competition. Am I feeling the jealousy? To be honest, not really. Not really. Maybe jealous about your freedom, about your lightness of being in their eyes, I think, right? Your lightness of being, your authenticity. But I don't feel that it's a person that was jealous of you because I kind of feel that they were more in. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, like you felt very rejected there. You didn't feel emotionally supported. Like everybody was more like they would make efforts for other people and for you. You might have felt, that uh, uh, now maybe, maybe I kind of feel that it might be someone that might have always been uh, um, maybe you knew that they had it difficult, right? So you made them excuses. You were trying to be light on them, all those kind of things. But I kind of feel that at the end of the day, there might have been some situation where you realize that they would make efforts for other people that they wouldn't do for you, right? Like something like that. Yeah. Okay, the support. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, they are now in certain. There is some kind of issue here in their life, I think, right? And they need your truth. Or there was some kind of situation that happened here. Here we are talking about being competitive and everything, people fighting, and they see the truth now. So maybe we might be also talking about someone who has believed other people above you. I told you here, right, that you might have said about people that you took distance of, and they have judged you, right? There is here some kind of clarity. Some kind of clarity about a conflict, something like that. Yeah, this person is awakening to something. They are truly awakening to something. They are awakening to the fact that they misjudge you all the time, all the time, all the time. And I feel now truly that, you know what is their karma? I will tell you exactly what is their karma. Their karma is that they understand now that they should have supported you. When you were going through a difficult situation, they didn't help you. They didn't support you. So I kind of feel that you took distance of them, truly. Truly, you took distance of them. And they didn't support you just because they were judging you, because you were not responding to some kind of codes. They judge you since years and years and years, they judge you. Let me tell you that, right? It's a person that you know that both of you are not operating from the same place, right? That there are things that are very important for them that are not important for you, and things that are important for you that are not important for them, right? But you have accepted them as they are, right? This is them, this is their life. I'm not judging their choices. If it's good for them, it's great. If not, I will try to put myself in their shoes and help them the best way possible. Advise them the best way possible. It's not what they did with you. They judged you. They judged you all the time. And now they realized that they should have given you support and that they didn't. This is the very cutting truth. It's cutting. It's hurting them. It's hurting them. Yeah, I truly feel here the dark night of the soul. Truly. Social conditioning. So interesting, yeah. It's exactly what I told you. It is exactly, we have two cards of Pentacles that came here. And one of them, it is the Ten of Pentacles. It was about their image and their status and all those kind of things. And because you are living your life differently, not according to the codes of society, right? So, in some kind of way, they were observing your life and judging you. And that's all, right? And they totally misjudge you. Totally. Totally. Because at the end of the day, they realize now. The Ten of Pentacles, they realize now something. I will take an example of my life, but I kind of feel that it might explain something. This is why I'm explaining this, right? I spent a lot of time working and learning, right? A lot of time. And I kind of feel that many people thought that during this time, right, I was doing other things, losing my time, maybe partying, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they were imagining, right? I was not lying. I was saying that I was working and I was studying and all those kind of things, right? But I kind of feel that they didn't believe me. They thought that I was just trying to make up excuses for what I was doing of my time. Which is kind of arrogant, I'm sorry, but why do you even think that I need to impress you in some kind of way or find excuses? At the end of the day, it just reveals them, right? Apparently they need to do it, but if I wouldn't have done nothing, I would have said I'm not doing nothing. I'm bored, right? Yeah. And maybe now there is something that happened also that is showing the truth about you. Yeah. And it might simply be that they have awakened to something. They have truly awakened here to something. and a very cutting truth inside of them, the very cutting awakening, it is that you were dealing with a very, very difficult situation and they should have supported you and they didn't. They didn't, because at the end of the day, they totally disrespected you. They had no respect for you. And they might have lost respect for you if it's somebody that you knew since years and years and years. They just did what was expected from them, right? And you just went another path. You respecting them that they need to do what everybody's doing, being in the matrix, right? But they judge you. They judge you, right? They judge you as a loser. You're a loser, right? Yeah. Yeah, because we are truly here with the Seven of Pentacles. We are talking about financial investment, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, we are talking about legacy. We are talking about the way that you are seen in the community. You understand? There is here the element of community. Maybe you don't care about the community, about this kind of community, right? Where we are in the element of the King of Pentacles reverse and Queen of Pentacles reverse. You understand? It's the reverse here. It's not that you don't care about the community. You might care about the community, but you might not respect, you might not align with some kind of what the community is demanding from you. You understand? Let's say that you are part of that your community is very, very religious and they expect you to get married at 25 years old. You are already old, right? And you and everything, your whole social conditioning, it is to get married and have kids and all those kind of things, right? And you are now 35, you are not married and you are totally okay with that, right? But for the community is judging you. Is judging you, right? This is kind of what I feel here. And so this might be the friend that has got married at 25 and has done what was expected from the social conditioning. And you didn't judge them for that, right? You understood? But you didn't do that. And they were judging you through the eyes of the community. Okay, let's go to closure. Closure, please. So interesting, so interesting, so interesting. The Hierophant, the Hierophant. I tell you, they are awakening. They are awakening to how their values are totally effed up. This is a teacher. This is a teacher. I kind of feel that now, for some kind of reason, they see you totally differently. And the fact that they see you now totally differently is bringing them a mirror about themselves that they are willing to look at. We are talking here about someone who is willing to look at the mirror. Because suddenly, maybe through you, they understand things about themselves. Yeah? They understand now also why at the end of the day you might have closed yourself off from them. You might have taken distance at a certain moment because maybe you have realized that they might have been disrespectful, that you know, that they were judging you in a very weird way. So you might have taken distance. We have here the energy of, you might also be someone that is very good by yourself and they might have judged you. This kind of remind me the example of what I was giving, right? during all this period where I was a lot with myself. I didn't entertain anymore people that I knew that were opportunistic, people that I knew that they were takers, people where I knew that there was no true emotional involvement, all those kind of things. I stopped entertaining the social life, right? Totally stopped. Was not interested anymore. I knew that my role was to be a healer. It means that I needed to be 100% healed. And I wanted to study. This is what I was doing. I was healing my mind, my emotions, my body. I needed to be in a very clean environment in order to be able to be totally clean. I take my role as a healer very, very serious, right? But, so I was kind of in a hermit mode, not rejecting everyone, but, and people has judged it in a very, very different light. And this is here somebody that was close to you, that should have supported you, because you went through a very difficult period here. You were attacked, and this person didn't support you. They might not have bluntly attacked you, but they didn't support you. And this was kind of an attack, considering the kind of relationship that you have. And now they are seeing you as the Hierophant. Yeah. But we are talking here about someone truly who is willing to face the mirror. This is what we are talking about. I kind of feel that we might be talking about a friend. It doesn't have to be. I would love to know what you are thinking about it. I love it. I love it. I would love to know in the comments who it is for you, right? Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, it's truly, in fact, talking about a way of thinking. A way of thinking that has gotten towards an ending. This is, we are with the 10, we are with the ending, we are with the swords, which is about perception, thoughts, communication, the brain, the mind. This is an idea, a way of thinking that got to a total ending. I tell you, we are here talking about someone who is going through an awakening. I want to end it with the sun. I wanted to say, I want to end it here because it's perfect, but no, the sun. Yes, they see now something that they didn't see before. And what they didn't see before, it is that they were an empress in reverse. That they spend their time judging you from a very, very ugly place. Very ugly place, right? That you had no other choice but to grieve them. To grieve them. Because they were so unfair towards you. They were unfair. Yeah, you had to let go. You had to let go. Because you couldn't trust them anymore. You couldn't trust them anymore. Okay, I will leave it here. I saw the lovers. What did I see? The Two of Cups. I kind of feel that this person would like to come back. Yeah, the wheels are turning. Listen, the wheels are turning here. Yeah, they are sad. They are stressed out. Their whole foundation is upside down now. Yeah, somebody is going through a rude awakening. They are thinking about the past, right? How they have worked against you. Yeah. So, as said, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was insightful, inspiring, maybe even healing. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.